Hey everyone, thanks for joining me again. I want to show you guys how I personally make these little ephemera fold out pieces. So I have two different styles that I make. There's this one and it's just a like a regular fold, like a booklet, and it's got two large pockets on either side. And then I put a little pocket on the back. You don't have to. That's just what I do. So there's that style. And then this is the one that I put in my snowflake journal. If you saw that video, and I had said I would come back and show you guys how I made it. So that's this one. And as you can see, I put like a little flippy pad on it. So there's lots of stuff that you can do. This one's going to get sewn in the signature. So it'll be in there like this, and then you'll come to this page and you'll have the flippy part, and then this will be blank, or you can put something on it and then you fold it out, and it's got a corner pocket and a regular pocket, and then the same on this side. So you can have it folded this way. You can also fold it like this, and then you would open it like this and then fold it and have it like this. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. And then there's also, you know, a couple different ways to make it, but these are super simple. So you're going to need 12 by 12 paper. You could probably maybe use like regular copy paper size and do like a digital paper, but you'll have to add, you know, extra paper onto it. So I just like using the 12 by 12. And you can either do it where the paper is double-sided, like this one's double-sided. So you don't really have to decorate in here. You can, but you don't have to. Or like this one was just plain red paper. Like this one here is actually 8.5 by 11. This one is a 12 by 12. So I guess too, it depends on what style you're going to make. But this one, obviously, you know, it wasn't decorated at all, like designer type paper. So then I just put like the music paper, and then I cut scrapbook paper for it. So you can do it either way, and you can use like book page, or you can use another 12 by 12 paper and just glue it together. Just make for sure when if you do glue the paper on top of it before you fold it, that it's not super thick paper, because if it's too thick, it'll get real bulky and it won't fold very well. So just keep that in mind. So I have two different kinds of paper. This one here is double-sided, and then this one is just single-sided. So I brought along some music paper. I have my book page that I've been using, and I brought along a World Atlas book that has really cool images in it. So you could even, you know, you do the inside with this. In the front it has some maps. The maps are really cool. So you could do that, and you can leave it where it's, you know, it goes all the way to the edge, or you could make it go just a little bit away from the edge, kind of like this, and you could have that layered look, which I think is really cool. So let me show you how to do it. It's really easy. If you have a scoreboard, get that. If you don't, it's still super easy, but I feel like it might be just barely easier with a scoreboard. So 12 by 12, you're going to score it at 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches. So basically you're making 3-inch pockets. So once you have that, you're going to turn it a quarter turn, and then this is kind of where you can customize it also based on how tall you want your pocket. So I think for mine I did It's been a minute since I made this. I think it's like just about 2.5 inches. So you could do that, or you could, you know, do it however you want. So 2.5 is going to be here, and that's going to give you quite a decent amount of room to put your ephemera in. Now, if you wanted to make it a little bit bigger, you would just have a little bit deeper pocket. So let's do 3 inches and we'll see how it goes. Because then you're going to cut the side pockets on a diagonal anyways. So that's all you would do. Score it at 3, 6, 9, and then do a 1/4 turn, and then figure out how deep you want your pocket. We did 3 inches and score it there. So then you're probably not going to be able to see the score lines, but you're going to take them and just fold them over. And this is going to get a little bulky once you start folding it, but we'll fix it. Make sure the folds are creased really well. And then you can also round the corners once you start shaping this, or you don't have to. It's personal preference. So now that's all nice and folded. And if you find that it's getting caught in here a little bit too much for your liking, you can trim either side down just a little bit. Just take like maybe even 1/8 of an inch off, and it will help from that, you know, catching in there. So I think, like, especially at the top, I think I would like to do that. So what I'm going to do just to make it even is I'm going to fold it together so they're even, and then I'm going to cut it so both sides are going to be the same. So make sure they're lined up evenly, and I'm just going to take like a little tiny bit off. Just almost so it won't even look like you're taking any off, but you're taking just a sliver off. And that'll help from catching on the edges. So then we'll refold it over, and then see, it's just a little bit more room to not catch. So make sure those are all folded really well. And then we're going to fold it up. And as you can see from this one, I separated all of these right at the crease. That way it doesn't bulk out in here. If you don't want to and you think it's fine, that's okay. It's up to you. But just know that it will add some bulk and some resistance if you don't. So like here it's real, like kind of pooched up. That's why we take a little bit off. So then what you're going to do is, and this just makes it, in my opinion, easier. I just fold these over, line them up. That one got a little too far over. That's better. Okay, cool. So then, yep, that one, oh, that one's good. All right, so you can cut this, or I just take my ruler and stick it here. Make sure it's against the thing. And I just kind of tear it off. That way it gives you some interest also. And it's just easier. So see, it's kind of like that torn fuzzy edge a little bit. And if it bothers you to have too much of that, just tear some more off. Or, you know, like I said, you can cut it, but so see, like that didn't tear super well, so I'll just pull it off a little bit more. Okay, so we have, oh yeah, we have this now. So now you can see if, you know, you still need to take the other corners and cut them. Right now, personally, I think it's okay. I mean, you wouldn't have to. So maybe for this one, we'll leave it with just these. So then all you'll have to do is put like a little tiny bit of glue on each of these seams and then fold it up, and then you're good. You don't even have to, you know, glue anything here. And then now if you don't mind the white, you can totally leave it. You could, you know, stencil or stamp over it. That would be kind of cool also. Maybe. Do we want to add anything, or do we want to, maybe we could stamp. I have like a polka dot stamp. Let me grab it and we'll see maybe what it looks like. All right, I found some stuff. So I brought over the polka dot stamp, which I think would be kind of cool. I also brought over the honeycomb, which I love. I just think this looks so cool, like randomly around. And then I brought over this stencil that has like some flowers, some kind of like abstract type stuff, and then like a border. I thought maybe we could mix it a little bit. So what I think is I kind of want to do, let's do this kind of florally type, and then maybe we'll do some of the polka dots. So I have my brown. I'm kind of thinking I might want to do pink also. All right, I have my pink. I don't know how bright this is. I don't want it super bright. So let me just do like a little test spot. And then we could always go over with the brown too to kind of tone it down a little bit. Oh, I don't think that's bad at all. I think that's cute. So we'll do the pink, and then I'll go over it with just a little tiny bit of brown. And I think that'll look super cool. So you can figure out where it's going to be, and then you don't have to do all the way down. I just sometimes find it easier just to do the whole thing. So I'm just going to kind of dab. That way I don't get under the stamp. And sorry if I'm shaking the table. I guess I didn't realize dabbing would be an issue. You can make it go lighter or darker. You could do like a little ombre effect. That would be kind of cool too. So then I'm just going to, before I move it, I'm going to take just a little bit of my brown and kind of barely dab around. So I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm just randomly splatting around. And I'm not doing it super hard either. I'm just lightly doing it so I don't get too much. And then I'll kind of just tone down the pink a little bit. And then we'll do kind of like one more, like a half one. Well, we'll just use this. All right, cool. So, ooh, sorry. We'll just finish this and then go over it with a little brown. That's kind of bright compared to the rest of them, but I think it's super cool. So let's do this one on this side, and maybe we'll do something different in the center, just so it adds interest. It doesn't have to be, you know, too finicky, but I just think it's cool to add some different elements. Sometimes if you just do the same thing over and over again, like book page or music paper or maps or something, it kind of gets boring, in my opinion, to just layer with the same thing. Sometimes it's nice just to have some color on whatever you're creating. And then again, we'll just kind of line this one up. I have a new, well, new to me mat. My mother-in-law is a quilter, and this one has like the lines in it from her rotary cutter, so it's getting hard to use when she cuts fabric. So she got a new one, and she asked if I wanted this one for crafting with, and I said sure, because my other one is super dirty and I've tried to clean it and I'm not having much luck. So trying to prevent this one from being super icky right away. So there's that. I think that looks super cute. And then do we want to do something in the center, or maybe we'll just go over it with polka dots? So I think what we could do is just, I don't want them super bright, so I'm not rubbing too hard or dabbing too hard. Maybe we'll just kind of layer it a little bit. Let's see. Kind of like, and I'm sure there's ink on it from the last time I used it. Oh, well, see, I already got it dirty. Oh, well. I actually think that's super cute, just like that. Maybe like a little tiny bit right here on the corners. Just have a little bit more on. Let's redo this one. It needs to be a little bit darker. And then kind of like just a little bit down the sides. I don't think the whole thing needs to be covered. That's why I'm kind of just doing the edges a little bit for some interest. And I think we'll call that good, because I think that's super cute. And then you could put like a little stamp. If you had like what do you call it? Like a focal point that you wanted to do, you could do that. Or like a sticker or something. You could even put like a word or a number. We could even layer in like a little bit of music paper, kind of make like a little cluster. You just want to make for sure that it's all glued down. You don't want anything sticking up, because when you slide your stuff in and out, that'll kind of create an issue. So that's the only thing I would warn against. Make sure everything is stuck down. And then I'm just going to kind of ink the edges just a little. This one's really cute. I think it's very spring looking. I'll go over and do these edges just a little. I think maybe I will ink the white part with pink. That would look cute. And then do this one in brown. And then you can also round the corners, or you don't have to. I mean, it's up to you. I kind of, well, I don't know. Do I want to round them? No, I don't think I want to round these ones. I was going to say, I kind of like it sometimes because it gives it like a softer look. But I think this one's cute with the corners not rounded. And then you see there's like a little spot on my paper. Something got on it. when it was in the bin or, you know, whenever. That's okay, because we could just put some kind of decoration on it. I actually have a little banner type punch. We can actually do that. Maybe that would look kind of cool. It's like an embossed kind of banner thing. I'll show it to you in a few minutes when we get ready to decorate. I think that would be kind of cool. We could layer that up with some lace or something and have it on there. So as you can see, I didn't ink super dark, just a little bit. Just enough to give it some interest. Like I said, I think I'm going to go over the inside with pink, so let me do that real quick. All right, so there's that, and I think that turned out really cute. And then we could also, you know, decorate down here. We could put like some stickers or something on that. Let me just kind of go over these so they're really good and stuck down. Perfect. All right, let me go grab that tab punch I was telling you about, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the punch. I don't know. My mom got it somewhere, so I don't actually know even where she got it from. But it's super cool. It kind of like embosses it. And I brought along some paper. I don't really know what'll go with it. I thought about just doing solid, but then I wasn't sure if maybe like a something with texture would go with it. This might work. If you can hear noise in the background, it's my furnace. Sorry. So let's just try this and see. This might be too thin. Oh, there it goes. So it's kind of hard to see it, but it like embosses the edges, kind of like where the white is, it embosses it, which is super cool. So I thought we could put that there. And then maybe like, do we want to do like a longer piece of something, or do we want to do like a piece of ribbon. Let's see. It's about this size. So let's go just a little bit wider. Almost not wide enough. Let's cut a different piece that's slightly wider. Oh, that's a little crooked. Let's try this. Ah, that might be too wide now. Well, oh, I can't pick it up now. Here, let's see. Yeah, we'll just use this one. Alright. So we'll just figure out like a length, and I'm just going to eyeball it. It doesn't really matter. And then what I do is just kind of line it up, and then I'll cut the bottom, and that way it's like even. That way it's pretty much the same shape. That might be a little too long. All right, we'll do it about that length. So we'll just cut this off. And then I'm just going to use a glue stick to glue these two together, and then we'll use regular glue to glue it to the page. You could even kind of offset it if you wanted to. I didn't make it quite long enough for that. I think I did a very good job of cutting the top. It's a little crooked. There we go. All right, so there's that. And then we could still have a piece of lace under it. Let's see. I have this that I got in a bag from a yard sale, and all I do is I separate it and I cut how much and what I want off, and that works for me because then I have, like, you know, two separate pieces. So maybe instead of putting it down, we'll just put it across the top. I don't know if it would look right down, because then it would kind of be sideways. I gotta like it better across the top. So we'll just stick a little glue. And I finally got more Fabri-Tac. Yay! And then, simple as that, that covers up that black spot on there, and it makes it look cute and decorative. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of glue there. That way it doesn't keep rolling up. There. And then from off stamping, that's got really cool design on it. So we could use that for something different. And then maybe we could use this on here. Just do like a little something. Like a little layer or something maybe. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to tear the bottom just for some interest, and then just tear a piece of the top. And glue this little piece of lace down. And just use this, see how it's open. And if you're making this like for something, then you can go ahead and continue to decorate it based on what you're making it for. But if you're making it and then you're gonna put it aside, like kind of a mass make thing, then I would stop and wait and see what you're gonna use, what you're gonna do with it, like the theme or whatever. So I think we'll stop. I just want to get maybe like a number or something. I don't know if this, the number 16, I don't know if it would be too big. Like for the size, that we have. We'll try and see. And if not, I'll just use it for something different. Yeah, that's way too big. Let's see. Here's the number 60 at the top of this. Oh, number 60, walk a little faster. Maybe we'll take that. Kind of like that. As long as this isn't too big. It might be too long. And if that's the case, then we'll just use the number. That's cute. I'm just going to ink it in the pink. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. All right, so we're going to stop here. That way, when I decide, what I'm going to put it in, I can finish decorating it based on that. But I think just the little bit of decorating that we did turned out super cute. And I'm gonna, No, I'm gonna go ahead and glue these and then we'll be done. You could leave it, especially if you're thinking about, doing it in a signature, because you don't really have to do the middle if you're doing it in a signature, because it'll get sewn in. but I'm just going to go ahead and glue it because you could use it, you know, as a removable also. So there's that. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you got some useful information out of it, give it a thumbs up. And I hope you'll tune in the next video. See you later. Bye.